TV Man was not always like this. This is Origin Sad Story of TV Man. Once upon a time, there was a technical service master named Tony who specialized in television technology and electrical components. Tony had his own shop where he provided services to people. In the past, Tony was actually a high mechanical engineer and a manager in the production department of a company that manufactured high-tech weapon systems. Tony designed the weapons used by many armies around the world. Tony didn't know who was using these weapons he designed. He was just doing his job. Tony met Jessica, who worked in the marketing department at the same company, and they fell in love. Jessica explained that these weapons are sold to people with evil intentions. Tony and Jessica quit their jobs in that factory, but it was very dangerous. The company could do bad things to them. So they fled the country and settled in a small town in another country. Tony supported his family from this small technology shop. Then one morning Tony and his wife had breakfast, and Tony left the house to go to work. Tony opened his shop and waited for his customers. A man in a suit came to his shop. Tony became agitated. The man said he knew Tony and was a fan of his and offered him a job. Tony flatly refused and told the man not to come back.
Go.
The man in suit told Tony that he had no choice and knocked him out and put a sack over his head. Everything was dark for Tony. He only heard the sound of the sea and realized he was on a ship. They opened Tony's eyes and brought him to an island isolated from the world, with no communication. Tony and Jessica were sitting with their hands tied. A man in suit came up to them. They brought him something he had never seen before, a Skibidi Toilet. There were so many Skibidi Toilets on this island. The man in suit offered Tony a new job. He said that if he developed a weapon that could turn humans into Skibidi Toilets, Tony and his wife Jessica could survive. Otherwise, he would kill them both. Tony had to agree to this offer. They locked Tony in a dark workshop and he started working. Tony knew that this weapon could spell the end of humanity. But Tony had a plan. He wasn't going to make the Skibidi Toilet weapon. He was going to turn it into a weapon that would give him superhuman powers and save his wife. But he had limited supplies and a television. He was going to design a weapon using television radiation. Tony stepped up his work. He had to save his wife. The man in the suit came to check on Tony. When he came in, the room was empty. Tony was hiding in a corner of the room. Suddenly, a shadow appeared behind the man. When the man turned around, he was punched in the face. Tony was the one who threw the punch. The security guards saw the unconscious man on the floor. They unlocked the warehouse where they kept the Skibidi toilets. The Skibidi toilets were now free, and they entered Tony's workshop. Suddenly there was a flash of light and screams from the workshop. Tony was no longer human. He was TV Man. To be continued.